So I've been anticipating this game called Penny's Big Breakaway ever since it got announced in the Nintendo Direct back in 2023, and then out of nowhere on a random Wednesday morning the game got shadow dropped during a Nintendo Direct partner showcase, and you already know I had to buy that shit instantly. But for those of you who don't know what this game is, Penny's Big Breakaway is a 3D platformer developed by Evening Star, the same studio that created Sonic Mania, which according to the people is one of the best 2D Sonic games out there. So knowing that alongside with my love for 3D platformers, I was really looking forward to playing this game. But in this video, we're going to be taking a dive into Penny's Big Breakaway, see what it's all about, and see how I feel about it. So the game begins by introducing us to Penny, a charming silent protagonist in the world of Macaroon. She came across a flyer promoting auditions to perform at Emperor Eddie at the upcoming gala, and she decides to audition to show off her yo-yo skills, but the problem is I think she kinda sucks. But we're going to the gala anyways. On the way to the gala, Penny walks into a random alleyway where she finds a magical string that brings her yo-yo to life. And can you guess what the yo-yo's name is? Wrong. It's Yo-Yo. I'm sure they really thought hard about that name. But anyways, she takes her magic yo-yo dog thing and finally arrives at the gala. Unfortunately, the line was super long, so as a good citizen as I am, I found my own entrance into the gala to start Penny's performance. We did it. We finally made it into the gala. We're finally gonna see Penny's dreams come true. We see Emperor Eddie chilling, and he also has a guy next to him named Judge Rufus who likes to make weird noises, I guess. It's time for Penny to take the stage and start her performance. And I can't lie, she kinda going crazy right now. Hold on. Surely nothing could go wrong in this very moment.
It don't bite.
Yes, it do!
Yeah, so the dog bites, and Penny's a criminal. So while standing there almost butt booty naked, ashamed, embarrassed, devastated, appalled, probably on the verge of tears right now, the Emperor sends his army of penguins to capture Penny, and Penny basically said, "Fuck this, I gotta get out of here." And she basically goes on the run and she needs to figure out a way to prove her innocence. It's not really a deep story, but I'm honestly not expecting too much from a 3D platformer, so it's fine. Penny's Big Breakaway reminds me a lot of old platformers, but in a good way. It reminds me of Super Mario 64's exploration kinda being mixed with the fast gameplay of a Sonic level. This game does a great job of appeasing both casual players like myself who would rather play the game at a slower pace to explore the world, and also appeasing speedrunners by adding a time attack mode which includes a leaderboard and a timer as well if you're into that kind of stuff and you're just trying to run around like a crackhead on the loose. I also really love the game's art direction. It's very bright and colorful, and the UI reminds me a lot of Sonic Mania with the boxy drop shadow look, and people seem to not like the character designs in this game, but me personally, I love the character designs in this game. Everybody just looks so very recognizable, unique, and easy to remember, which I think is very important in a game like this. I also love that in the bottom left corner of the screen, you just kind of see Penny bugging out whenever you're moving around. Penny uses her yo-yo for both movement and combat, which makes the gameplay mad creative and fun. The gameplay focuses on building momentum and trying to pick up a lot of speed to get through the levels very quickly. She mainly uses her yo-yo to ride around, dash around, and swing around for movement, and the game offers a lot of unique abilities that you can earn gradually while playing through the game. In terms of combat, it's very simple, and all you have to do is press the attack button in the enemy's general direction, and most of the enemies just consist of penguins that are constantly trying to jump you at all times.
They jumping me! They jumping me!
The game honestly lacks a good variety of unique enemies besides mainly penguins and like 3 other enemy types, I guess. But the game still uses them in different ways that feel very unique and challenging. Like for example, the penguins could turn into a giant ball, a wheel, or carry a big net to capture you. Luckily enough, if the penguins ended up beating your ass and killing you, the game throws you back into the action very quickly after you die. So I can't really be mad at that, plus the game is honestly very forgiving and gives you a lot of checkpoints. The game overall does a pretty good job at introducing you to the controls of the game, but I can't lie, at first it felt pretty janky, and there are certain things I don't like about the control scheme. For example, when I'm playing on a PlayStation controller, the attack button is square, right? But here's the thing, when I'm in a fight and I start mashing the button instead of attacking, I end up dashing and sometimes falling off the map by accident. So whenever I had to attack something and hit it multiple times, I would have to space out my attack inputs, which didn't really feel fluid to me at all. Also, they decided to map the yo-yo controls to the square button and the right stick, which I thought was pretty weird. This led to my next problem I have, which is the camera. This fucking camera. I can't stand this camera. I have absolutely no control of the camera, which led to me having a bunch of awkward viewpoints in the game, and I hated that. I feel like the camera should have just been mapped to the right stick so I could look around properly when I'm trying to platform through the world. Besides the weird ass camera controls and the questionable control scheme, I still thought the levels were pretty clean. The game has 11 worlds with a couple of bonus levels to explore, and it's still really fun to go around and move through the levels to try and build up speed and momentum. The level design is really great and offers a lot of variety in terms of environment, challenging obstacles, and even offers a lot of activities for you to do. There are even little side missions that you could do where you can help random citizens by doing jobs for them, such as collecting and delivering items, or by even doing combos. The game also has boss battles that are really creative and fun to fight, but I don't think they're really that challenging. It has the whole 3 hits and you're out kind of thing going on, which is pretty standard for 3D platformer bosses, so it's fine, but it's nothing too crazy. But what I thought was really weird was the lack of consistency with the world structure in the game. Like, some worlds would have 2 levels, some would have 6, some would have 3, some would have a boss, some wouldn't have a boss. It's just all really weird. The game is also kinda glitchy sometimes, and it's not really funny haha glitches, it's mainly just I fell through the fucking floor and I have to restart from the checkpoint glitches, or Penny has fallen and can't get up glitches, or my yo-yo is stuck and I can't move it glitches. Just a bunch of glitches that will completely ruin your immersion from the game and can be very annoying to deal with. The glitches weren't too common, but it was common enough for me to make note of it in this video. After beating Penny's Big Breakaway, I gotta say I still enjoyed my time playing the game even with all the issues I had. I might even consider it one of my favorite games that I played this year, and I would recommend this game to anyone who's looking for a fun, wacky 3D platformer with great music but still has challenging levels. The game also has great replay value if you want to go back through certain levels, discover secrets, or try to beat your high score. It is also reasonably short, with me beating the game in about like 6 hours or so, but I still felt very satisfied with all the content I experienced, and I know I can always go back into the game and find more stuff to do. But yeah, at the end of the day, I still think Penny's Big Breakaway is a good game that just needs certain improvements in some areas like the controls and fix some of the bugs. And honestly, I hope one day they eventually create a sequel for Penny's Big Breakaway, because I would really be looking forward to that. But anyway, that's my take on Penny's Big Breakaway. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'm out of here. See ya.